The El Clasico is back once again. On Sunday, we will be having we'll be having Barcelona playing against Real Madrid in the Clasico in the Spanish Super Cup final. I knew quite well that Real Madrid will be winning Mallorca since Barcelona have already defeated Atletico Bilbao. I definitely knew that Real Madrid will be up to it. They will be up to the task, getting the all-important win against Mallorca and meeting Barcelona in the Spanish Super Cup final, which sets up an Clasico clash. Remember when these two teams met beginning of the season in the first leg at the Bernabeu? Barcelona had to trash Real Madrid 4-0 in that match, and nobody gave Barcelona a chance in that game because of the fact that they signed Kylian Mbappe, they have Vinicius, they have Rodrigo, Jude Bellingham, Modric, all of these players littered all over the park. If you watch my earlier clip, like I told you, Real Madrid is a team that they are stacked with a lot of quality players all over the park. Some people even argue that Real Madrid's second team can compete for La Liga comfortably and they may go as far as winning it. So Madrid team is not a walk in the park right now, even though we know quite well that the issues surrounding them in terms of injuries has not really helped them. A couple of players are out injured in that team. But even at that, they still have quality all over the place. I don't know whether Vinicius will be, legal enough to play that game because of the two-game ban that was handed over to him. I don't know if he has sat out the two-game ban. And if he's not going to be playing, that is a massive, massive, massive miss for Real Madrid. It's a massive miss for them. I as a Barcelona fan will be wanting everybody to be on point. I want Vinicius to be there, Mbappe to be there, Bellingham, Rodrigo, all of those players packed up, because it's going to be a massive festival of football. El Clasicos, like we always know, is not a child's play. It's a game that has every bit of aura, every bit of intensity, the fight, the intrigues, and everything, packed up in one match. And this time around, it's going to be played in Saudi Arabia, away from La Liga, away from Spain. It's a massive moment for the La Liga outfit. So it's going to be interesting. On the flip side for Barcelona, their players are back fit. Frankie De Jong is back, Gavi is back. All of them are firing from all cylinders, and a couple of other players. The Dani Olmo and Paul Victor has recently been registered back with La Liga, so they are fit enough to play for Barcelona on Sunday. So, and that is a welcome development for the Barcelona fans around the world. I know the euphoria, I know the feeling right now. Barcelona fans are buzzing. They're ready to go again in this game. Dani Olmo is a very big addition in terms of the shenanigans that happened with the court. Thank God that the court had to reinstate Dani Olmo and Paul Victor. I saw in the news that Atletico Madrid, they released a statement criticizing the decision of the court. Even Espanyol also released a statement criticizing the decision of the court, saying that it's going to set a bad precedent and stuff like that. Well, the court has given a decision. If you're not happy with it, you can also appeal. The court has given a decision. So once the court rules or a decision is ruled on or is given on issues like this, it's best for you to maintain the status quo. Releasing a statement and stuff like that is not going to help the league as well. And saying that is going to set a bad precedent or a bad record and stuff like that is like bringing out a bad blood. If there is something Atletico Madrid or Espanyol and clubs like that have against Barcelona, they should come up and say it and not just releasing a statement for a decision that has been taken by the court. And the court, in their wisdom, knew that it's going to be a devastating outcome for Barcelona to lose out financially, lose out in terms of the merchandise and everything, related to that transfer and all those things. So they went for the lesser evil, which I believe is a good decision for me. If you ask me, I think it's a good decision. Other than I'm a backup fan, I seriously believe that it's a good decision. If it was Real Madrid, these decisions would have been given. The issue wouldn't have occurred in the first place. We saw when Real Madrid signed Mbappe, when they signed Bellingham, and a couple of other signings they had. The FFP didn't hold them, and given with the issues Real Madrid had, which is well documented during the time of COVID and all those things, the issues and the losses they had, nobody criticized them and nobody fined them. Nobody, gave them. Even Barcelona was fined last season. I think according to UEFA, they were sanctioned either beginning of this season or last season. They were sanctioned and they paid. So I don't know why people will come out and criticize the decision of the court, but that is for them anyway. But in terms of the El Clasico, it's going to be a massive moment. I saw Inigo Martinez saying that they are ready, that they know how to attack Real Madrid, they know where they are going to hurt Real Madrid and stuff like that. So it's going to be a festival of football, if you ask me, a moment that the world stays at a standstill to watch the El Clasico. El Clasicos are serious games. My eyes will be fixed on that match fixed on that match, and a cup is at stake. So I believe, and I'm predicting that Barcelona is going to win Real Madrid in that El Clasico. We are ready for them. I would want Hansi Flick to even start Dani Olmo ahead of Gavi in the middle of the park. I want him to start Dani Olmo. In the first leg, that match we played 4-0, Dani Olmo was amazing. He played an amazing game. Fermin Lopez, all of those guys, they were amazing. If Gavi, with his history of injuries and stuff, that match is going to be a match that is high intensity game, high octane football, and we don't want to risk Gavi for or lose him to another injury and stuff like that. Although we are not praying that that should happen, but I think it will be proper for Hansi Flick to start Dani Olmo ahead of Gavi in the middle of the park. And a couple of other issues. Lewandowski, I expect him to play. Lamine Yamal, I also expect him to play. Rafinha is on top of his game, so I expect him to be there. Inigo Martinez, Kubasi, Balde, and all those guys filled up in the middle of the park. So keep an eye on that one. It's going to be an interesting weekend. Once again, I encourage you to follow Felix Football Exclusive, like my videos, share it, repost it, meet me at the comment section, share your thoughts and your perspective. Let's see what you think about the El Clasico. Let's see what you think about football and all these burning issues surrounding football. Keep an eye on the transfer market and see what you make out of it.